the test you do every day. What if some of the most important clues about your health after 70 aren't found in a complicated medical test, but in the ordinary things you do every morning? Getting out of a chair, walking across a room, carrying a grocery bag, standing steady when you turn. These abilities may tell you something important about how your body is functioning. And here's the surprising part. You probably perform these tests without even realizing it. Today, we'll look at 7 everyday abilities that can offer useful clues about strength, mobility, balance, and independence. Stay until number 7 because it may be the one people notice only after a problem has already started. Number 1. Getting up from a chair. Let's start with something incredibly simple. Can you sit in a sturdy chair and stand up smoothly without using your arms? This movement involves your legs, hips, and core working together. But there's something deeper here. It isn't just about how strong your legs are. It also involves coordination and the ability to control your body through a basic movement. If getting up has gradually become harder, don't automatically assume that's just aging. Sometimes, a change in everyday function deserves attention. And the next ability takes this idea one step further. Because you can have decent leg strength and still struggle with something else that matters enormously after 70, walking, and not just walking from one room to another. Pay attention to whether your normal walking has become noticeably slower, less confident, or more difficult than it used to be. That change can be worth discussing with a healthcare professional, especially if it happens suddenly or keeps getting worse. But walking has another hidden component: your ability to turn. Number 2, turning and changing direction. Think about walking through your home. You reach the kitchen, turn around, and head back. Simple, right? But changing direction requires your body to coordinate movement, balance, vision, and muscle control. After 70, feeling increasingly unsteady when turning can become an important warning sign, not necessarily of one specific disease, but of a possible change in physical function. So, instead of asking only, "Can I walk?" ask yourself, "Can I walk and change direction confidently?" And now comes an ability many people underestimate until they suddenly need it. Number 3, carrying everyday objects. Can you comfortably carry something light and practical, such as a small grocery bag, a laundry basket, or a bottle of water? You don't need to lift something heavy. The point is everyday function. Carrying an object requires grip, arm strength, posture, balance, and coordination to work together. If ordinary objects that once felt manageable are becoming surprisingly difficult, that change is worth noticing. But don't compare yourself with another person. Compare yourself with yourself. What could you comfortably do a year ago that feels harder today? That question may reveal more than you expect. And the next ability is especially important because it happens when you least expect it. Imagine you're standing in the kitchen and suddenly reach sideways for something. Nothing dramatic, no warning, just a simple reach. Could you do it without feeling like you might lose your balance? That brings us to number 4. Number 4, reaching without losing your balance. Everyday life constantly asks us to reach. A shelf, a cupboard, a countertop, a light switch. Good balance isn't just standing perfectly still. It's being able to control your body while moving. If you regularly need to grab furniture or nearby objects for support during simple movements, pay attention. It doesn't automatically mean something is wrong, but a noticeable change in balance can be a reason to speak with a healthcare professional. And there's another everyday movement that quietly challenges balance even more: stairs. Number 5, managing stairs. How do you feel when you approach a short flight of stairs? Do you move confidently? Do you need the railing? Or have stairs become something you actively avoid? Using a railing is not a failure. In fact, using appropriate support can be a smart safety choice. The important thing is noticing changes. If stairs that were once manageable suddenly feel much more difficult, your body may be telling you that your strength, endurance, balance, or confidence has changed. And here's the part many people overlook. Avoiding an activity because it has become difficult can create a cycle of doing less and becoming less capable. So, The goal isn't to prove anything. The goal is to preserve safe movement. And number 6 is even simpler. Number 6, standing and moving after sitting. Think about watching television, reading, or sitting at the dinner table. After sitting for a while, can you stand and start moving comfortably? Or do you need several moments to get yourself going? Occasional stiffness is common, but if you notice a persistent decline in your ability to rise, walk, or move comfortably after sitting, don't simply ignore it. Your everyday movement patterns can provide useful information about your functional health. And now we reach number 7. This final one brings several of the others together, because the ability to do something for 5 seconds can tell you something very different from how you feel sitting in a chair. Balance. Try to think about your ability to stand steadily while doing ordinary tasks. Not a risky challenge. Not standing on one foot without support, just to prove something. Instead, notice whether you feel stable when standing, reaching, turning, or taking your first few steps. And if your balance has noticeably changed, don't wait for a fall to take it seriously. Number 7, moving with confidence. Here's the bigger picture. Your health after 70 isn't only about how you feel when you're resting. It's also about what your body allows you to do. Can you get up? Can you walk? Can you turn? Can you carry everyday objects? Can you reach safely? Can you manage stairs appropriately? Can you move after sitting? These abilities form a picture of your functional independence. And there's one important rule. Never use these abilities as a diagnosis or competition. Your goal is not to outperform someone else. Your goal is to notice meaningful changes in yourself. Here's the surprising connection. Sometimes the earliest sign that something has changed isn't dramatic pain or a major symptom. It can be a tiny adjustment. You start using your hands to stand. You walk a little slower. You avoid stairs. You stop carrying certain things. You hold onto furniture more often. One change may mean very little, but several changes together deserve attention. That's why paying attention to everyday function can be so valuable. And there's one final mindset shift you should remember. Getting older does not mean you have to stop paying attention to your strength, mobility, or independence. There are many ways older adults can work with healthcare professionals to maintain safe physical activity and address changes in mobility. The important thing is to start with awareness. If something has changed noticeably, especially suddenly, or if you're experiencing repeated falls, significant weakness, dizziness, or difficulty walking, seek appropriate medical advice. Don't panic. Don't ignore it either. Your body gives you information every day. Learning to notice that information can help you make better decisions. Takeaway. So today, remember these 7 everyday abilities: getting up from a chair, walking confidently, turning safely, carrying everyday objects, reaching without losing stability, managing stairs appropriately, and moving comfortably after sitting. You don't need to perform dangerous tests at home. Instead, simply notice your normal abilities. Because after 70, staying healthy isn't only about adding years to life. It's also about protecting the ability to live those years with confidence and independence. And sometimes, the most valuable health clue is hiding in something you do every single day without even thinking about it.